Fourth quarter. You listening to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show along with Andrew Guitros, my sidekick.
Fourth quarter is where champions are made. That's
yes, sir,
say,
and we better be a champion here and get our sponsors in.
How about the medicine shop right here in Opelousas? Don't forget about them. They've got that great MetaFast meals which will help you lose weight if you're looking to watch what you're eating each day. You know, it's hard to count the calories, figure it all out. You can get the MetaFast meals through them. Both Dirk and Lisandra Pont over at the medicine shop will help you. They'll talk you through what you need to be taking.
As a
They're
coach,
coaches.
they call
That's right, coaches. And the coaching is free. So all you do is you buy the meals. They take care of the coaching for you, tell you what to look out for, what to eat, what's a good way to mix up your meals. If you like things, they'll know what people like and what they don't like. Give them a holler. Don't forget about them for prescriptions, 15-minute prescription service, or you get a coupon back for credit, diabetes products, and special health care needs, including nutritional products and even herbal products as well. That's the medicine shop here in Opelousas. And one more, let's go with Sears, where America shops. I know this week they're having a 20% off sale on a lot of the Craftsman tools and Craftsman supplies. And you know, right now, the grass is starting to grow. Go by. They've got 20+ models of push mowers set up and ready to roll. 20, I think it's almost 20 riding mowers and tractors that you can go by there for as well. And don't forget about them for all your appliances. They've got some good deals right now. Washer dryer sets. You know, you might be thinking, I just want to change my washer. Go by. You'll be surprised at how easy they can put you in a washer and dryer set so you can get both those things. So mama ain't got to worry about that trouble no more with that thing. It's not starting and not running right and not heating right. So go by Sears here in Opelousas on Crestwell.
Okay.
More photos.
We'll go into
How about this?
more.
Back to the party for the insurance guys, and that's the sunset over the Mississippi.
We're in the barrack, the Pentagon barracks, where this dinner was hosted, and we are looking on. I'm on the outside of the room where we were having this dinner on the balcony, and I'm overlooking the Mississippi River, and that's the setting, and that's the oil pipeline. They refer to it now with these trains hauling all this crude oil. And I saw one on the tracks around Bunkie on the way back on Highway 71. Last Sunday, and it was probably a half-mile long. They had 3 locomotives in the front and 3 in the back pushing that. That's a heavy, heavy load.
It's a tough thing right now. You know, a lot of these places, they don't have the pipelines run there yet, and you got the government that's tight on the rules on where you can run the pipelines. So the all field, the tractor trailers and the locomotives right now, they're making some money.
Dupre Logistics got into that big time in South Texas over there. Yes,
big
sir.
Deal.
Reggie and Cody and company. And here's 3 friends that I met at this dinner. And on the left is Greg Groner. He is the chairman of the House Insurance Committee. Real nice young man. I said, did you know the 60 BB Rabin? He's from the Bogalusa area. He says, everybody knew Mr. 60. And
what did they call his son, 30? They teased the son, they called him 30.
Well, you know, Benny rented from me a couple of 2 or 3 years.
Oh, the little apartment y'all had in?
No, over at Washington, the little ranch
that's right.
house.
I forget that.
You remember?
That's
You remember? And he went
That's right.
when he retired. He left here and he was kind of depressed because he hadn't got another job in New Orleans doing what he was doing, and he had a heart attack going to a landfill, unloading some goods. He was by himself working, and I don't know, it didn't surprise me. He just had a, I don't know,
It seemed like he wasn't feeling good. You could tell he wasn't
feeling well about the whole thing. And the gentleman in the middle is Matt McKay. I've heard of All-Star Auto Complex and never knew who the owner was. Well, Matt McKay owns probably 10+ automobile franchise dealerships, and very, very nice person, and was also very up to date state on this IBM announcement that they're bringing about 800 jobs downtown Baton Rouge, right off the Mississippi River.
They're going to move in the old Advocate building that was downtown, and they're going to redo the whole thing to a technology center.
A whole big block. And of course, you know, a man like Matt, he's interested because if people don't have good jobs, they can't buy automobiles. Then they can't buy the fuel, and they can't, you know, everything goes according to the job opportunities, and this is a big, big plus. And then the gentleman on the right is Keith DeSalle, and he was coming to Opelousas, and he was calling on Robert Roy at Roy Motors.
There you go.
And I think he was going to see Robert Cook over at Sterling. He's, if I'm not mistaken, he's with LADA, that's Louisiana Auto Dealers Association. That's an insurance program that they have for franchise dealers, if my memory serves. That's what you remember it as?
Insure the floor plan, I guess is the way to put that, right?
Not sure what they have,
Something
but
like that.
it was a beautiful. Then we have some more pictures. We
Miss
have
Phyllis.
a local girl from Ville Platte, Louisiana, Phyllis Perron. She still goes by Phyllis Perron. And here we have Steve Shrimp, National Automotive Insurance Company on the left, and the gentleman sitting down there listening is Mr. Dan Morrish from Jennings, Louisiana, and he is a senator for Ports of Calcasieu. He comes all the way up to, but not including, Rain, Louisiana, in Acadia Parish. I've known Dan, of course, for some time. On the left here is Dirk Boudreau with Imperial Fire and Casualty, and on the right is Gerald Melanson with Melanson Funeral Home. They had never met, and they're next door neighbors here in Opelousas.
There you go.
The funeral home is right next door to the.
And boy, that's funny for Dirk, you know.
Yeah, well, they just had no opportunity to have met. So I had to take
their offices
Dirk
are
rode
neighbors.
with me, and I had to take him all the way to Baton Rouge to meet his neighbor. And that's what life, and that's what these little functions are good about. We have a few more pictures.
One more.
One more. We have J.E. Brignac, my longtime partner, and Phyllis. And J.E. does a lot of lobbying, working the insurance industry bills. And he's well known
and
in
sports as well, with his work with the Superdome Committee.
Oh, yeah, commission.
Yeah, so he's involved with a lot of different things in the
right.
state. People don't realize, you know, when they're getting everything right at the Superdome, he's the guy in the middle of it. You got some obituaries today too, because you know we're down to the last 5 or 6 minutes.
I gave you the three.
That's what we got. Yeah. We did it. I didn't check it off. I'm finished with my list.
The old regulars are going to be having their annual meeting on May 8th, which is about a month from now, from 5 to 7, 1599 West Main Street, Ville Platte, Louisiana, home of Judge John Saunders.
Right.
And this year he's advertising that there's going to be those of us that are invited every year. They're going to have a special surprise guest to attend.
Really?
And I didn't call him, and he probably wouldn't tell me. But if I had to guess,
politically connected.
Politically connected, I would throw one name out, and I'll rest my case.
Perhaps with a reality show coming out?
Well, yeah,
maybe.
And
or maybe his wife.
The only four-time governor of the state of Louisiana, Edwin Edwards.
That'd be a strong guess. Might not be right.
Might not be right. I've been wrong a few times. I'll admit to that.
I'll admit. I'll have to write that down so I don't forget.
Write that down, yes, so you don't forget it. What about this young player here, Yu Darvish?
Yeah.
Loses a perfect game with 2 outs in the 9th inning, and the ball was hit passed through his legs, so he can't blame the outfielder or the left fielder or the shortstop or nobody. He could have caught it, but he missed it. It was it's dangerous for them to try to catch those.
And how heartbreaking that last out. I mean, the last out. But it just go to show you that young man is going to have a long, good career ahead of him.
And talking about Phyllis Perron from Ville Platte and all, the Bon Nouvelle, I can't say enough. If y'all don't get it, y'all need to call Bon Nouvelle in Ville Platte, Louisiana, and order you a mail subscription to St. Landry Parish, or I guess the state of Louisiana, is $20 a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Can't go wrong.
And they show a picture of local boxers. Bobby Swallow, of course, he was a 4-time state champion, a legend, LSU, NCAA champion. And then, of course, Larry, my good friend from Mamou, Louisiana.
Kind of like George Foreman. He's the big man. He's tall.
Arshil Vidrine, Mama always said that his daddy was her cousin, so he's
Makes
my
him your
cousin.
cousin.
And then Eugene Fontenot was Sacred Heart 57, and Mr. C.J. Dardo, who was a city councilman for a number of years, and he graduated in 55, same year as me. They were planning to attend the second annual Louisiana High School Ex-Boxers Luncheon. They're doing just a luncheon that's going to be held in Lake Charles, Louisiana, June the 1st. So we'll come back with that. But George, seeing these, I know all these young men in this picture right here.
Yep.
And so you might want to mark your calendars. Those of you that are planning on attending, do like I did. Put it in your cell phone, and it'll remind you a day or two ahead of time.
You're a pro with that phone.
Oh, I'm using it now. That's one good feature on this cell phone.
Did you watch the horse race? Did you get to watch the Louisiana Derby?
Well, I didn't.
I got to watch it. Let me tell you.
We couldn't catch it on the program, on the TV station that we can catch out there. We limited what we can catch. It's kind of like a rabbit ears.
I was surprised nobody got the stewards to look into it, because boy, everybody was so close coming around. When they came around the curve, there might have been 7, 8 horses still in contention when they come around the last curve, and they hit that straightaway. And boy, the shoulders were close together. I thought maybe somebody would have bumped or anything. They cut off the Louisiana bred horse got cut off. But it wasn't much room. There were so many horses. But it was a heck of a race. And Revolutionary, when he got clear, looked like he was going to get caught by the next horse, which I guess was Milut, I think is what it was called.
Milut.
But all of a sudden, when Revolutionary saw Milut, they turned on the burners, buddy. Revolutionary
But just barely won by half a length. It was close.
But he was strong. You could see.
Well, what about Terry Bradshaw's horse?
Well, I didn't hear about that.
Well,
no.
yeah, Gradar.
Go ahead.
Holds on and wins the New Orleans Handicap that same day. That was the Louisiana Derby is $1 million purse. Yeah. And but this horse race that Terry's horse, he and others partnerships, they won, is called the New Orleans Handicap. And it's a $400,000. So he says, this is his comment right here by Terry. He says, "Now I know what my parents felt like sitting in the stands watching me play." But I get an exhilaration from this because having a horse like Gradar has me all jacked up.
Mm-hmm. Louisiana Tech man,
Louisiana
Pittsburgh
Tech, yep, boy, he's
and big time on CBS right now. He's
hot. He's hot. It's been hot since he was in college. You know, I guess high school.
Good guy.
Yeah, he probably played football in high. Well, he did. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, with that big gun. Didn't he have the state? He may still have the state record in javelin. How's that for a stat?
Whoa, what about the Tourism Center premieres?
Yeah, they got a new computerized table. It's kind of like an iPad, but it's like a 4x8 iPad. You can go over there and look up all the information in the parish.
See where the St. Landry Parish consul and presidents will look like they're going to be proposing a road tax. And we'll keep you posted on that as time goes along. And the preservationists, you talked
not
about.
This Sunday, but next, preservationists are going to have the spring flings. So.
And the Opelousas Museum in the city limits is going to.
They're going to learn French.
They're going to have it in French. Each item will be described in English and French. They used to have Hadley Castile would come in when there was a group that would come when he was available, but he's no longer here. So they're doing the next best thing. But I think Mr. Dolores Gury, the director, has a good idea there. And I had something else I wanted to talk about. Camera system is the first success in the nation.
Yeah, we got to get that next week.
Yeah,
don't forget.
We will
That's
get
important.
that. Very important. And we'd like to close the program thanking everybody for viewing. Please consider attending the church of your choice. Almighty and eternal God, help me to drink daily from your fountain of grace. Let your divine life grow steadily in me. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.